This is another one of those moments that I just want to talk about something that slightly irritates me, and it's literally for no reason at all. I don't know why it does. My microphone is peaking. I need to turn that down. Point is, why do sound effects annoy me so much in video games, movies, shows, videos, anything? And specifically, let's use, for example, the Amazing Spider-Man games. Why are they not using the web shooter sounds from the movie? They got the kinda, not really, but maybe possibly if you squint hard enough and are really, really drunk, maybe, of Andrew Garfield, and they got the suit. It also isn't great looking, but they still got the suit. And both of the games, they use the Tobey Maguire web sound effects, which makes no sense, because he's the organic one. He shoots the organic webs. Andrew shoots the mechanical web shooters, so why does it make the same sound as the organic one? That is one of the biggest props I can give to Insomniac for Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation. Also, I'm sick, so yeah, my voice is kind of probably shot, but hey, nothing different there. The Insomniac games, number one, have Peter with the mechanical web shooters, which personally I like more because I just for some reason think it's cooler. That's literally it. No real other reason. But he has the mechanical shooters, and they make mechanical cool sounds. In Miles's game, he shares the same sound effects that Pete did from the first game. So what did Insomniac do, since majority of the time when you play Spider-Man 2, you will most likely be switching between the two Spider-Men? I don't see how you couldn't play that game and not switch between them, but hey, I haven't played it. I've just watched it. I haven't played it. Nor the first one. I've just watched Jacksepticeye play it. That's what I meant to say. But the cool thing about it is, while you switch between Pete and Miles, they have different web shooter sound effects. Insomniac didn't even have to add that into the game, and they did. Like, I don't think many people really cared that between Spider-Man PS4 and Miles' game, that they shared the same web shooter sound. I don't think anyone cared or even noticed. But the fact that Insomniac changed Miles' web shooters, because you will play as him quite a lot, they knew you might on a small chance notice, Pete and Miles have the same sound effect for their web shooters. So they gave Miles a different set. That is so cool to me. And something that, again, the Amazing Spider-Man games didn't even try. They didn't even care. They were like, yeah, in the movie he has mechanical web shooters, you can clearly hear they're mechanical, but let's give him the organic sound effects. Why didn't the developers just go over to Sony and be like, hey, can we have the sound effects? I'm sure Sony would have been like, yeah, sure, here you go, jackwads, take them. But it's even in the LEGO games. Like, anytime I play LEGO Star Wars Complete Saga or Episode 3 Clone Wars, the biggest thing I notice is the lightsaber sound effects. Not because they're bad or anything, simply because the red ones don't make the right noise when they turn on and turn off, and that bugs me. And the fact that Luke's lightsaber makes the same sound effect that Obi-Wan's lightsaber does when it comes to episodes 6 and, for example, like, I don't know, 4. When Luke picks up Anakin's lightsaber and he turns it on and makes the usual lightsaber sound. But then Luke got a different sound effect in the 6th movie, but it's not in the LEGO game. At least those original ones. I don't know nothing about Skywalker Saga at all. I've seen like tiny bits of gameplay and that's about it. I just don't know why it bugs me so much with stuff. Specifically Spider-Man. I don't know why, it just bugs me. If they show he has mechanical web shooters, it always annoys me when they use something that doesn't sound like it would be a mechanical noise. I understand that the technical sound effect Spider-Man's web shooters make is fucking thwip. I understand that. My point is, the cartoons of yesteryear, aka the good Spider-Man cartoon, had a sick fucking sound effect for the web shooter. And then they just go and don't even try half of the time. Like that Drake Bell Spider-Man. It's just one sound effect. I think they changed the pitch sometimes, but that's about it. And the Spider-Man show that came after it, I think, they again just used one sound effect for the web shooter. And that time they didn't even change the pitch or anything. At least with Spectacular Spider-Man, sure, it's just one web shooter sound effect they used throughout the entire show. But at least number one, it sounded cool, and two, they made slight alterations of it if it was going to be a rapid fire situation where he'll be shooting webs like quick as hell. Even Insomniac in the first Spider-Man game, when he saves the helicopter, they use like a more or less like a shotgun sound effect when he's shooting all the webs to stop the helicopter from hitting the ground. But like nothing else tried. The Amazing Spider-Man games didn't try. They didn't even try to make Pete look accurate in the second game, or even have a good looking suit for either of them. And I've talked about the TASM 2 suit. Don't get me started. I don't want to talk about it again. This video is for why do I get so irrationally annoyed by sound effects. Like even playing the Battlefront games, the original 2005 Battlefront 2, because currently that's the only one I have. I haven't gotten any of the other ones yet. I still need to. I'm behind on my Star Wars games. But even in that game, it annoys me that they just use the regular lightsaber sound effects. I don't think they used a different one for the Siths when they activate them. I don't think they used the alteration. I think it's just the normal one. And it annoys me, because at least throughout all of Star Wars, that's been the one thing that's been consistent. The Siths' activation and deactivation sound is different to the Jedi's. Even when the sound effects for the lightsabers sound like complete ass and like they were made from a fucking kid's toy, like they kind of do nowadays. At least they have that down, that the Sith and the Jedi lightsabers sound different on activation and deactivation. The original LEGO games didn't know that, and the movies had already been out for a long goddamn time before then. How the fuck didn't they know? They not get the memo? They not get that sound effect file? Who knows? I don't. It just annoys me irrationally. Or when I'm watching fan-made stuff, which I don't like to shit on fans or anything like that when they do like fan-made projects. I have a history in that. Maybe one day the world will know about that, but for now that stays my secret. All I'll say is I used to do fan-made projects and there was a lot of sound effect stuff in it. So it annoys me when fans who know this stuff don't even try to put the right sound effects into things. It just irrationally annoys me. Or just sound design in general for stuff. I was never a good sound engineer or anything like that. I mean, fuck, listen to my music, it sounds like ass. But, at least I can put together a okay-ish, like, sound designed project if you give me enough time and the right, like, I don't know, just enough time, I guess. Because that's the one thing. Sound design takes a lot of time to do, and there's not a lot of people who want to do it. For some reason, I find weird, sick enjoyment out of it, so maybe that's why I get so irrationally annoyed by it. Because I guess to me, it's like, I did the stuff for free. I did sound design for free, bruh. It's just a fan of a project. Y'all are getting paid and you're not using the right sound effects. What the fuck? So confusing, so confusing. Here's a really stupid one. Why is it in the Thomas and the Magic Railroad movie does Gordon and Percy not have the right whistles? That has annoyed me since I was a kid, and I've been looking for a place to complain about it, and this is the place to do it. Sure, Thomas's whistle is different, but it sounded cool. The fuck did they do to Percy and Gordon's? I'm still pissed about that. All these years later, I will never not be mad about that. God damn it. And I can't even write a strongly worded letter to the creator of Thomas because she passed away. Well, not the creator, but the one who made the show thing. Let me rephrase. Just in case for some reason there's a Thomas fan down in the comments that somehow found this video, and good god, they do get irrationally mad. They would get pissed if I said that Britt Elcroft was the creator of Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh god, I wouldn't be alive to make music anymore. The fucking Thomas community, fandom community, whatever, would fucking track me down and murder me. But this is just something that's been on my mind quite often when I'm watching movies or playing games. It, like, for some reason, annoys the hell out of me when it's not the correct sound effects. I just don't, I don't, maybe I should see a therapist for it. Maybe a therapist would know what's wrong with me about that. I don't know, something's wrong, like, apparently. I'm irrationally annoyed by it. But, I guess that's it. I still don't know how to end this shit, nor even start it, but hey, at least this one was more competently started than any of the other videos on this channel. Also, fun fact, this entire time I've been waving my hands around like a mad conductor at a fucking orchestra. No one can see me but me and my guinea pig. We're the only two who know what I am doing right now, which is waving around like a goddamn madman. Anyway, there's my rant for the month.